Good morning. If you're watching this, then you probably already know what we're doing here, but in case you're new, I'm intending to use this software to create an architectural project, a small residential house, or a medium-sized residential house. At some point we're going to get to the floor plan, but before we get to the floor plan, I need to create a library of furniture which we can add into our floor plan. And so we've already created a few in the previous videos. Now we're on to the dining room, and what you see before you here is dining room furniture. So we have tables and chairs for dining. Now if you've watched the previous videos, then you'll already know all the tools to create these kind of shapes. It's just a simple rectangle, and these chairs are 600 by 600 squares. I've added a backrest to them, and thickness of the backrest, I didn't measure it, I just drew it on, because the inside details of these doesn't matter. Only the overall dimensions matter, because we're going by the metric standard. We want to make sure that whatever we draw for furniture, it's going to fit in every floor plan that we ever draw, okay? And the corners of these are done by fillets, the Fillet Tool. If you'd like me to show you what that looks like, type in FI and click Fillet. And our radius here is set at 45. You can change the radius by clicking radius and set it to whatever you want, 50. And click one line, then click the other line, and it fillets it. I don't want to fillet my table, I just showed you how to do it. Okay, now let's go through all of the dining furnitures, and I'm going to show you how to draw this. I'm highlighting these chairs, it's all one thing, and this circle is telling you that these chairs have been arrayed around this table using the array tool. So our first dining furniture is a two-seater dining table, and I'm just showing you the metric measurements. So the table is 750 by 750 and the chairs are 600 by 600, a two-seater dining table. You don't have to have the table this big, you can have it however big you want, according to the floor plan that you want, but this is the metric measurement, the metric standard. Here's another two-seater dining table, but this time the chairs are next to each other. The table is 1350 by 500. And the chairs are the same, 600 by 600. Now this is the three-seater banquet table. You might see these in dessert places or restaurants. And the seat is 430 wide. And the table itself is 1350 by 900. And I've left a little gap between the table and bench at about 30. That size doesn't matter because that's not a metric measurement. But this being at 430 wide and the table's measurement, these are metric measurements. Three-seater banquet table. Moving on to the six-seater family dining table and seating. So you have your dining table at 1800 by 850 and 6 chairs to go around the side of it. How I spaced these chairs out was that I divided 1800 by 3, which made 600, and then I drew a line 600 across here, and then another one 600 across, and then I aligned the center of these chairs to those 600 lines. But the chairs were too close together, so I selected one chair by selecting all of it like this, and I moved it along by about 100 or 200, and I did the same for this side as well. Feel free to move it as far as you like. And now we come to a six-seater dining table and seating. This is the kind of dining table you might see in an office or a restaurant, and I'm going to show you how to draw this today. The chairs again are 600 by 600 and the table is 1350. Okay, so let's try drawing this. As I said before, these chairs, it's just one chair and it's been arrayed around the table, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So go to your drawing tools and pick the circle and just select anywhere. I want to just line it up with this here. Select, and we want the measurement to be, because it's from the center to the outside of the circle here, I want the measurement to be 1350. So that's 1350 from one end to the other, and from the center it's obviously halfway, half of this number. So half of 1350 is 675. So I will specify this table at 6. Probably safe if I line this up like this. 675. Don't be ashamed of using a calculator, because you want to be accurate, and you never know where you might make a mental mistake. So it's best to just make sure by using a calculator. Okay, now if I grab this chair here and copy it, I'm gonna copy it to the center here, about that far. Okay, now this is the fun part. Highlight this chair and type array. Select it, and you want the polar array. So after clicking polar, now you have to specify the center point of the array, which is the center of the table. Click it, and it'll make 5 other seats appear at an equal distance from each other all around the table. You can determine how many of them you want from the panel up here. So if I type in 8 and hit enter, we got 8 tables. If I type in 2 rows and hit enter, you got 2 rows of tables. And you can choose if you want to fill up the whole 360 degrees around the table or a part of it. 180. This is gonna mess up, I know. Wow, it's beautiful. Let's take it back to 360. Okay, and the rest of this you can play with it. At the moment I don't really care what they do, because it's not relevant to me right now. So I'm going to change this back to 6, and I'm going to change the rows back to 1. That's it, really. That's all you have to do. And that's the dining furniture done. So next we're going to move on to probably doors and windows. We'll move on to something, but that's the video for today. If you can't be bothered to draw all of these, eventually once I'm done with all of the furniture drawing, I'm going to include them in a pack and have them on my website so you can just download them. It's probably going to cost £5 or something like that, just to give you a little incentive to try and draw it yourself, because that's how you learn, if you do it yourself. Well, that's it. If you're interested in supporting this channel, then head over to technicaldraft.com/shop, where you can buy yourself a nice mechanical pencil and impress your coworkers with it. Even though nobody uses pencils anymore. But still, it's nice to have a pencil for when you want to look cool. Right now I'm working on a house plan. It's not finished yet, but I'm working on it, and it will come very soon. And we're gonna have an easy time adding furniture to that house plan, because we are making preparations. Like the video if you like it, and if you're new, subscribe, because this channel is about architecture and technical drawing. Alright, watch out for the next video. Thanks for watching.